So my name is Shane Botting. I'm the training manager here at Global Training Institute, and I thought it would be a good thing to have a video to explain a little bit more about the training role that we have here with Global Training Institute. We have a number of positions that are going to be available or are currently available, and we're looking for people, very specific people who are professional in what they do, that they understand their profession and they love what they do. The second thing we're looking for is people who are passionate about helping their students be successful, see them achieve their dream, probably even their first qualification post high school. And some of their students may not have even finished high school. And thirdly, have a love for their students. And I mean that in a respectful way, and a love that shows, hey, we care for you. We really do. I mean, we care for your future and your career. We get time and time again survey results that say they appreciate so much the fact that we go the extra mile, and that is part of that professionalism, that's part of that passion that we're looking for with trainers. So have a look at another video we've got, which is a video from our trainers, or by our trainers, and answering a number of questions. So please look at that as well. To apply for this position, you'll have to remember to do three things. Number one is to respond to essentially two questions. That makes one and two, I guess. And the third thing is to undertake a DISC profile, and we'll need to see the results of that in your cover letter. The results of both your questions that you're responding to and that DISC profile. It just gives us a little bit of indication of which way that you like to lean, naturally lean. I guess the questions that you'll be having to respond to. Number one is the 10 main things that you are thankful for. The 10 top things that you're thankful for. And write them down. What are those 10 things? The second one we're looking for is where you have created yourself a goal and have achieved it, and explain how you've done that. And once again, the third thing is that little DISC profile that we talked about. So I was hoping to just very briefly cover off some of the work that a trainer does. The trainers will, in the other little video, explain what their day looks like, but essentially you'll be working with your students one-on-one. You'll be making phone calls to them and working through with them their assessment, training aspects they need to do. You'll help give them, help them to set goals for what they want to do by the time you next call them. You'll be helping them to determine how to best respond to the assessments. Our whole process is we use the organisation which these people work in, their environment, as the case study for their submissions to their assessment. So consequently, they'll be talking a lot about what they do in their own work environment. And you'll help them to get an understanding of what the assessment requires for them to go and research or respond to the kinds of aspects that we need for each assessment. You might find yourself doing what we call a competency conversation, is where busy people who really know their stuff can respond not by typing away at a two-finger pecker or whatever it may be, but can actually respond in a verbal process, and we'll record that response and allow the student to minimise their time, or help them through to put words in written form to what they want to say as they do their assessments. You'll also, as I mentioned before, you'll find yourself talking about certain aspects, the kinds of things in qualifications, opening up to them the learning that they need to take to become essentially indispensable people in an organisation. Because see, that's our goal. Our goal is to be able to help our students to become indispensable, to become each organisation's star employee, or if they're business owners, to help them to become great at what they do, or if they're managers, to be great managers and get the best from the people they're having to work with. So you'll be imparting things that they probably may have never seen before, even discussed before, even considered before, that will be tools that will allow them to use, not just for this qualification, but for quite a long time to come, hopefully for the rest of their life. Not just in the work environment, but also in their home environment, or in a volunteer environment, or in their social environment. You'll be helping our students when they feel discouraged to take the next step, and just keep going, because most, if not all, of our students are going to be working, and consequently they're going to feel time pressured from their work environment, the fact they're having to study, they've got family, and they want to have some sort of social life outside that as well. So you'll be helping them to continue to work through it, and help them to realise just how much they really do know about what they do. Your day would be half-hour calls based on a Google Calendar, and you will make connection with the students most of the time, and then you'll find yourself discussing with the student how they're going, what they want to do next, leading them through the process to achieve their next assessment. We'll be also you'll also be assessing the students' work as that comes in. You'll have time set aside to do that, and you'll find occasionally you won't be able to connect with a student, but you'll get the opportunity to assess people's work at the same time. You'll find yourself building a bit of a relationship with the students over time, which is fantastic, and you'll get to know the students. And I think you'll find yourself blessed if you really do appreciate people and passionate about people and love people, about the people that you actually meet. So I hope that explains a little bit more about it. We'll be using a software package called Accelerate, which is our learning management system, which is also our Invitmus system, for those who know all about that. And we'll also be using Google Calendar that helps you to keep track of what appointments you have next. You'll have an assistant in the admin office, I guess, who will be helping you to program your calendar and work around what we do. Remembering we have, most of our students are working students, and I'm sorry to say you'll have to find yourself working mainly afternoons and sort of into the evenings. Not that every one of them, because we don't work on a Friday night. Yeah, we do have a little bit of work on a Saturday up until about 3, and you could be on a shift that has an early start. So some of our trainers have a early start, so they'll start at 7, they'll work for a couple of hours, they'll take a couple of hours break, and they'll start again, say 3ish, 5ish, something like that. So it is reasonably flexible. We ask that you also put in your social aspects as well, so you don't just become a workaholic, but you'll continue. Your hours are going to be approximately 38, 40 hours a week, and we look to have a 9-day fortnight, so you have a long weekend every second week. We also like to celebrate your birthdays and things like that, and you don't need to be at work on your birthday, and we'll pay you for not being at work on your birthday. And also, if that day not suits you, you take a different day, which we'll pay you for as well. So look, have a bit of a listen to the following video, the videos on what it's like to be a trainer here at Global Training Institute, and just get an idea if that's the kind of thing that you see yourself doing. If that's the case, answer those 3 tasks that need to be done, the 2 lots of questions in the DISC profile. If you don't do that, your application will be discounted. But I hope that you will see that this is for you, and that we'll be looking forward to working with you, or to talking with you further about your application and the work that's in front of you. So I hope to see you soon, and good luck.